Your practice will not grow because you're good at everything. It would actually grow because you're good for the right thing. And here's the real challenge. Most lawyers and consultants avoid at all costs choosing a niche. And it's not because they don't have one, it's just because it feels like they're closing doors. In reality, it's actually the opposite. Clear positioning will open doors that you don't even know were there. So unclear positioning leads to predictable challenges. It's harder to explain what you do without listing your whole CV. Clients struggle to refer you because they don't really know how to describe you. And you end up attracting inquiries that drain your time instead of creating impact. When your message is too broad, your pipeline becomes weak. Generic input generates generic opportunities. That's why positioning matters. It's not branding, it's not the usual marketing noise, it's actually the commercial foundation of a healthy practice. So here's the shift. Positioning, it's putting you in front of the right people. So instead of looking at it from a limiting aspect, look at it as the right people to generate the right opportunity. And the secret, you probably heard about it a million times. It's about top of mind awareness. If the market knows exactly who you help, what kind of pain points you solve, and why you're the right person for that particular job, your practice becomes easier to grow. As we often say, if you are for everyone, no one remembers you. Let me give you an example. A partner told me that they were struggling to stand out in the market, and that was because everyone offers the same thing. We made a small change. Instead of saying we support corporate clients, they began speaking consistently about guiding mid-market companies through time-sensitive transactions. Same expertise, different framing, and a much clearer value. Within months, they start seeing referrals increasing. And you might ask why? Because their network finally understood when to call them. It will make your value more obvious. Here's a simple positioning formula you can use right now. You can say, I help name the specific client type, achieve the specific outcome through name your expertise. A few examples for lawyers and consultants. I help mid-sized manufacturers reduce cross-border risks through practical compliance advice. I help scale-up founders navigate funding rounds with confidence. Or I help leadership teams improve performance through targeted organizational diagnostics. When you fill in those sentences clearly, your positioning becomes a tool and not a guesswork. When you clarify who you help and how, your market will finally know when to call you and when to recommend you. The process is pretty simple. Clear positioning creates a stronger pipeline because it creates a stronger memory. Try writing your positioning statement today. Even a first rough draft. Test it with a colleague or a trusted client and see what lands. And if you want support refining your message or building positioning that attracts the right people, the right clients, that's exactly what we work on inside the Accelerator program. You can always check the link in the description for more information.